What's up, Monobraj? It's Prajal Wadi, and today we're gonna do a new what if, called What If Naruto was trained by Zoro. Zoro is from One Piece, if you guys don't know, Roronoa Zoro. And this world is gonna be super crazy. That's all for the introduction. So without any further ado, let's get started. So Naruto's 8 by this point, is just before the start of the academy, and Naruto just saves Hinata, like how he just gets beaten. He didn't save Hinata, he just gets beaten. And Hinata, everyone says that Naruto's a beast and to stay away from him. And Hinata, is a different girl in this world. She isn't that shy person, okay? She's gonna be that super weird person. Okay, she's just gonna be the super weird person, kind of not super weird person. I'm gonna say that she's gonna be a more confident one. She's gonna be a lot stronger. So when the bullies bully her, when Naruto, and she's gonna be a lot more prideful because she's from the Hyuga clan. So when Naruto saves her, she when Naruto stretches his hand, Hinata that's just saying that she doesn't need it, and kind of son she gets up and grudgingly walks off. Naruto doesn't know what happened, but then he then remembers her face, Hyuga, and then he understands that she's from the Hyuga clan. So he knows that the Uchihas and the Hyugas are more prideful. So yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the Zoro, how Naruto meets Zoro. So how is Zoro going to come in Naruto's universe? That's the main question, and the answer is simple. If you guys see One Piece, you might also know the memes, and in that memes there's one specifically interesting, a lot of made memes where Zoro goes around the world. Zoro just gets lost. His sense of direction is shit, and there's this one meme where Zoro is in Konoha. Okay, I'm gonna show that meme in the screen right now, so you can understand what that meme really is. So I'm just gonna make this what if concept using that, and this is gonna be time traveling what if. Okay. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get already watching. So Roronoa is from the One Piece future one after the Wano arc. If you don't know what is the Wano arc, it is the arc currently going in the One Piece. The samurai thingy kind of. Yeah. So Naruto, Zoro, has this really cool sword and kind of stuff, but we are not gonna talk about him. So Zoro, starts, comes near Naruto, after getting lost from his world, and comes to Konoha and meets Naruto. It's just simple as that. Okay. So now, when Zoro approaches Naruto to ask where he is, he feels this weird odd of insecurity and sadness inside this little kid. So he sits down near him and asks what happened and kind of stuff like that. To cheer him up. Naruto then she turns and sees this guy who's blonde, yellow haired, and Zoro has dyed his hair in the I think, or green. Did he dye? The animation, it was shown that he dyed his hair, I think, but let's just say he dyed his hair. No, you know what? I'm not gonna say he dyed his hair. It's just gonna be a blue one. Green. So when Naruto turns and sees this big guy, he has green hair, a scar on his left eye. Yeah, a scar on his left eye, and 3 swords buckled to him, and he's wearing a kimono. That's what it's called, right? Kimono. Samurai people use things. Yeah, it's called kimono. So Naruto's like, who are you? And Zoro says, hi, I'm Zoro. That's kind of like that. But can you tell me where I am? Naruto says that he's in Konoha. Then Zoro asks, Konoha? Wait a second. What island is that? Naruto raises an eyebrow. Island? No. It's in the Fire Nation, in one of the elemental nations. Zoro raises the eyebrow. Then he realizes that he, got lost, but he didn't know. He thinks that he crossed a different dimension, but he keeps in secrets for now. So it's like, damn it, I lost my way. And then Naruto asks, where are you from, mister? Zoro says, well, I'm not from here and I don't know where I am too, so I'm basically lost. Naruto is like, okay. Then Zoro sits down near Naruto and asks, hey kid, what's up with you? Why are you looking so sad? Naruto, who had a normal face now goes to sadness because, well, his life is pretty shit, and yeah. So he just says that his life is pretty shit and all. He just says that Naruto says, Mister, my life is shit. So I'm just reminiscing about it. Zoro raises an eyebrow, his right eyebrow, because he can't really take up his left eyebrow, let's say. So he just takes up his right eyebrow and asks what he means. And Naruto explains everything about the villagers treating him when he was 4. They bullying him, and his dream. He starts talking. Zoro listens patiently because Zoro is a kind of person who listens. Even in One Piece, we have seen it. If you guys don't understand what I'm trying to say, I'm not spoiling a lot of stuff. I'm just saying that Zoro is a swordsman, a three style swordsman. Where 3 type swordsman means he uses 3 swords, 1 in his mouth and other 2 in his hands. Yeah, so he's a 3 style swordman. Yeah, because I'm not gonna go spoil the story so much. I'm just gonna introduce Zoro. So if you guys don't know who Zoro is, just go watch One Piece, because One Piece was it's a good anime. At first, I thought that it just was like a guy going to sea and meeting friends and kind of stuff like that. But when I started watching it, it was super cool. The action scenes are not that cool for the 1999 stuff. But as it progresses, I think it's like 966 episodes. Yeah, you can just binge watch it. Okay, if you guys have time, you can watch it. I'm not forcing you guys to. So, anyways. Zoro asks, so kid, what's your dream? Naruto face lights up and says that he wants to become the Hokage. Naruto, what do you mean? Zoro again lifts up his eyes. Hokage, what's that? Well, Naruto says, well, it's you could say, Naruto says that it's basically the chief of the village, you could say, chief of the village, Yes, but I can't use jutsus and ninjutsu, and I can't use jutsus. Rorono's like, what the heck are jutsus? Then, he's like, Naruto's sharp. You don't know what jutsus are? No, all I use is swords. So how would I know what jutsus are? Naruto asks, well, that's a cool point. Then Zoro, sees this kid and wants to help him. So he's like, you know what, kid, want to train under me? Naruto sees and his eyes light up. Train? What do you mean by that? Well, that Zoro continues, well, that's what I'm saying. I'll train you if you want. And Naruto responds, what will you train me in? Zoro says, well, I only know swordsmanship, so I can teach you swordsmanship. So I don't know this ninjutsu, genjutsu thingy. I just know swordsmanship. I can teach you that. Naruto ponders for a minute and it's like, sure, better than anything. And that's when Naruto's training with Zoro starts. It goes around for 4 years. Okay. In this time, Naruto, starts weightlifting, because Zoro was weightlifting, and why Naruto wouldn't? Zoro teaches Naruto 3 swords, and Zoro sees the adaptability of Naruto with swords. Okay, because as if you guys know, then that Uzumaki clan specializes in genjutsu, or the sword techniques. So Naruto is able to use the swords quite a bit, and when he first Zoro teaches him the one sword start to balance his, could say, make his posture, so with one sword and with 2 swords, and Naruto asks to teach him the 3rd sword as well. Zoro is like, sure, why not? And when Naruto uses the sword, Zoro's surprised about how it's easy for Naruto to learn swordsmanship. Zoro is excited to teach Naruto, so they really begin teaching. Zoro really begins teaching, intense training, and 4 years pass. Okay, So in this time I'll just tell you what happens about Naruto. Okay, Naruto learns armament haki and observation haki, and due to Naruto being one of the most powerful clans, it's the Uzumaki clan, because they have high chakra pool at birth and their chakra adaptability is so high. And due to that, I think, and due to Kushina having a different chakra nature altogether, I think that Naruto would have Conqueror's Haki. So if you guys don't know what Haki is, basically, if you guys don't know what Haki is, just see One Piece. So if for a quick summary, it's just basically so for example, armament Haki is basically using armors. They just call it armors. Observation haki is basically ice. For example, dojutsus. So I'll just explain it. For armament haki is basically like Kurama's KCM mode. Okay, so when the KCM mode is on, you get a power boost, kind of stuff like that. And observation haki is basically like dojutsu. Ice. It can see anything from a far distance. It can't copy stuff, but it can see anything from a far distance. It's just like Byakugan. The third is Conqueror's Haki, is basically emitting your bloodlust or the willpower. So due to Naruto being in different Uzumaki, because his mother has a different chakra in her, as we know, because Kushina herself told it. So herself told it. So Naruto has Conqueror's Haki. So when Zoro gets to know that Naruto has Conqueror's Haki, he's super excited, because he knows that Luffy also has Conqueror's Haki, and Luffy did explain to him what Conqueror's Haki and how to use it well. So Zoro's like, what, I'm gonna teach him to this guy, and Naruto learns the Conqueror's Haki, and Naruto learns the Dragon Twister, the Onigiri, and some other kind of stuff which I forgot. I don't know all of his attacks, but there's one special attack which Zoro teached him. Okay, that sensing one, where you have to be calm. It was in the Alabasta arc, okay, where the crocodile arc, where Zoro was fighting this steel guy. Yeah, he slashed steel with only one slash, and I'm talking about that attack. I forgot what that attack names was. So I'll just tell it in the next episode. So after 4 years of training, Naruto is super strong. Okay, so Naruto is like Zoro is like, after you pass your graduation exam, I'll give you gifts, okay, for the farewell. Naruto is like, yo, yes master, and kind of like that. And Naruto goes for the graduation exam, and the graduation exam he doesn't nail it, because his chakra control is trash, and because he hasn't been practicing as much he has been practicing in the canon. So I could say his chakra control is low. And one more thing, I think Naruto would have known about the Nine-Tails side of him, because Zoro would have used observation haki, and he would have told Naruto about this big beast inside of him, and Naruto would have put two pieces together, and he would have find out he's a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, but he wouldn't confront Hiruzen, because he would not guess that it would be the same. That's the reason why Hiruzen took more care of him and kind of stuff, because Naruto knew in the canon that Hiruzen took a lot more kindness to Naruto than the other orphans, because they were orphans in the academy, but they were never personally taken care by the Hokage. So Naruto put two pieces together and found out. So Naruto wanted to know who his parents were and all, but he put that to hold, because he didn't want to learn necessarily, because even if he knew it wasn't going to change anything, he's going to be Naruto's Uzumaki. It's not going to be it's not going to change his ambitions, and in his ambitions he wants to become the strongest swordsman. And when he becomes, Zoro promised them that he would battle him, because Zoro has battled Naruto only one time, and Zoro whooped Naruto's ass. And Naruto has been taught to not get overconfident. He's like, use this no, Zoro says to use a three style, no, three sword style. You could say with a swordsman, or you could normally just use the two style swordsman sword style. Oh shit! Use the two sword style when fighting normal enemies using the ninjutsu, genjutsu kind of a trick like that. And when you're fighting a swordsman, use the three sword style. Okay, now Naruto's learned that. So when the graduation exam happens, he nails the kunai throwing, because as I said, Zoro for sword you need to have accuracy, and for that I think Naruto would have got a big accuracy. Naruto's body is well trained, because I think Zoro would have told him what to eat and what not to eat, because he has Sanji has an influence on him about hygiene and kind of stuff like that, and that would also go to Naruto. So Naruto won't eat ramen, not every day. He would eat ramen once a week. Normally he would eat fruits and meat and kind of stuff like that. Meat is from Luffy, okay? So when Zoro sees Naruto, it reminds him of Luffy, which he hasn't seen for like 4 years. Yeah, I think you guys could say that the One Piece story is gonna go whole lot differently. Okay, so after the entire graduation exams, Naruto still fails, and Naruto's pretty sad. Okay, it's more depressed than usual, because he had a master who had the expectations of him, so that kind of stuff like that. And when he doesn't go home directly, he was just sitting in the tower, and Mizuki comes, tells him about this stealing the scroll. Naruto does it, gets the scroll, learns the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and he just learns the Shadow Clone Jutsu, okay, because he doesn't have that immense amount of learning ninjutsu like in the canon, but he wants to learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And he also saw the Shadow Clone Jutsu's full use, because Zoro taught him, just because the move's name is not cool doesn't mean the effect will be cool also. So you have to read the effect. You have to know the effect. I mean what the move does. So when Naruto read the Shadow Clone Jutsu, he found out that if you train with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, the memories of that clone will come back to you. So Naruto knows this earlier, and and he beats Mizuki's hacks more easily. He just punches him. He doesn't even need to use Shadow Clone. Just uppercuts him, and that's that. And Iruka still gives him his headband, and Naruto goes to his house where Zoro's waiting. Zoro asks where he was, and Naruto explains his entire detail to him. Zoro is kind of mad, but then he calms down, saying that now this world needs to have ninjutsu. Even though Naruto has Kenjutsu master for this world, the world still counts on chakra. So yeah, he can't blame Naruto. But then Naruto said that he learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which Zoro was quite intrigued and asked to show him. Naruto showed the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which Zoro was impressed, and Zoro told him to use this on his battles, for overwhelming his opponents, because Zoro doesn't know that this world swordsmen are weak compared to him. So basically, if he were to fight in this world, he would become the number one swordsman in no time. But he thinks that that his world and this world is basically same. So yeah, then at the same day, Zoro tells Naruto that they are going to go buy swords. Zoro has been giving Naruto his sword to practice, because he wanted to gift Naruto his own sword after the graduation exam, after learning about it. So Naruto goes, and he also gives something to him, an eye, the Sword King eye. This is a fan-made one, okay? There has been many theories surrounding Zoro's eye, that scar in his eye. There are many theories saying that he has an eye in it. So we are gonna make that into a reality in this what if. So Naruto is gonna have a Sword King eye. He's not, because Vito is just like Mihawk's eye, but it's gonna have like a dojutsu where there's this sword in one. So it's like a one tomoe or sword tomoe, or two sword tomoe and three sword tomoe. It's like that. One tomoe Sharingan, two tomoe Sharingan, three tomoe Sharingan. It's just like Sharingan, but it's more better. And when you use this eye, it's basically improves your it's just like it basically improves your speed, physical attributes to a whole new level. So it's like a final attack, but and when and final attack, and Zoro says that it should not be used otherwise. It should be used as final attack. And when Zoro inserts it into Naruto's eye, he makes a scratch. So Zoro has a scratch, Naruto has a scratch in the same eye, and Naruto uses headband to cover it, just like Kakashi. So Naruto's like half Kakashi type. And yeah, Naruto and Zoro walk around the village. It's still dawn. They haven't got that far. It's still dawn, and the village stores haven't opened. And due to Zoro's last thingy, they gonna go to the end of the village, and they reach the small store, the rotten store. Not rotten means literally rotten, it's just like beaten down store. They go inside, and Zoro can sense this huge ass energy coming from this place. And Zoro goes inside. Then he sees three swords lying down. He goes and picks it up, and he sees that all three swords are cursed swords. So Zoro thinks that the swords are basically kept for Naruto. He gives it to Naruto and says to flip it and show his hand. And Naruto, being trained by Zoro, has Zoro's personality, so Naruto isn't fear of death. So now this is a great change for Naruto at the starting. So Naruto throws the sword up, and when it comes down, it spins and comes down. Naruto keeps his hand, saying that if he cuts, it cuts. That's all. And when by luck the sword just misses and falls to the ground. He does this to all the three swords, and yeah, it's like a super good. And the reference I'm taking this is by Zoro's one, because if you guys don't know, Zoro did the same thing in the, what do you say, it was not an arc, it was basically just before Luffy and his team entered the Grand Line. He gets his third sword, the other two swords after him getting his ass beat by Mihawk and his swords getting broken and kind of stuff like that. So yeah, and Naruto having the sword and kind of stuff like that, he's too powerful. And Naruto keeps his stuff in his left side, as just like Zoro does, because he wants to become like Zoro and kind of stuff like that. So the next day, everybody comes before Naruto goes to the, and goes to the thing. What do you mean by thing? Goes to the class. Naruto and Zoro have a standoff. Not a standoff. I mean, they both face to each other. They talk about things about how they have spent the 4 years together, and Naruto starts crying about thanking Zoro and kind of stuff like that. Now Zoro brushes Naruto's head and says to keep up the good work, and if they meet ever, become the world's best swordsman, and when they meet again, they'll have a duel after you become the first best swordsman. Naruto does his courage, and Zoro starts walking, and boom, Zoro's back into his universe after a couple of days, just by walking, because Zoro has that incredible lost for sense, for directions. So it's just a meme. If you guys didn't see this part first, I'll just put it up. No, I won't put it up. It will be in the first. Okay. So yeah, Naruto would go to the class, and everyone would be surprised by Naruto's new look. He's had a headband in his eye. His shirt is just the same, but he has this weird brace thing, green thigh you could say, around his waist, and he has three swords. Naruto comes in the class and just goes and sits down, okay, with his swords on his chest. Yeah, his swords on his chest, and he starts sleeping. He basically has Zoro's personality, and the teams are announced. Naruto doesn't really hear because he's sleeping, And when everyone goes, Naruto is still sleeping. This annoys Sakura because Naruto is sleeping. Yes, the teams are still the same, Sasuke and Naruto and Sakura. And Sakura wants to go and wake Naruto up, and when she tries to punch Naruto, due to him activating his observation haki when sleeping, because Zoro activates his observation haki when sleep because he doesn't want to get beat up by Nami. So basically, in this world of Nami is like Sakura, I guess. But anyways, so Naruto jumps up, he jumps up and sticks to the wall. I mean, yeah, he sticks to the wall for a second and then falls down. He doesn't fall down, he falls down, but still lands on his feet and asks what that was about. And Sakura's like confused about surprised about how Naruto dodges his attack. Sasuke's intrigued, but he really doesn't care. A couple of minutes later, Kakashi comes and they take to the they go and go to the Kakashi comes and they go to the tower and they all introduce themselves. Sakura and Sasuke's introduction is still the same. Damn it, the fucking plane. Yeah, the introductions are still the same for Sakura and Sasuke, but Naruto just says that his name is Naruto Uzumaki. I don't care. I like, you guys don't need to know. I dislike, you guys don't need to know. And my ambition is to become the strongest swordsman. And Kakashi is kind of annoyed by this because he thought that Naruto would want to become a Hokage just like his father, but he wants to become a swordsman. But he really doesn't mind because it's Naruto's thing. And yeah, that's where we're gonna leave for this episode. Kakashi says to come tomorrow without eating and kind of stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. If you guys like this video, like, share, subscribe, do this stuff in different order, I can understand. So peace out.